So from the last class we had yesterday, I'm trying to build some blocks for some foundational blocks and all on institutional concept. So now I'm referring back to the material I shared the other time. So one thing about this institutional concept is just like how the big money move, like the smart traders and all the big banks and all. The major mindset given to us is all these retail trader, like all normal trading skills and all. Okay, this normal support and resistance and all. But institutional concept tells you that okay, it's beyond normal support and resistance. We have liquidity pool, we have other blocks and all. So, and one thing about this market is markets move from one liquidity to another. Oh, sorry. Markets move from one so markets move from one liquidity to another. So that's how the market moves. So before any move is started, there must be a liquidity that wants to be taken out. And I show you example of liquidity. We have liquidity pool, we have liquidity blocks, liquidity void and all. So quickly, let's just scan through the material and we go through the live section and all. So I'm coming. So now I was here now. So these other blocks. So here now we have other block here showing how, because for other blocks shows you that okay, a movement want to start, is a build up to a movement or a stop to a movement. For example now, can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, for example now, let's go to my chart. Majorly I trade synthetic market. I trade it, although I trade currency and I trade synthetic market, but now I'll be showing you purely how you can apply this on synthetic market. Because if you go out there, even this ICT, you can't see any material on it being applied to the synthetic market. But I'll show you how I've been able to find a way to apply it to a synthetic market, and I'll also be giving you a package of price psychological level, how you can combine these three together and all. So quickly, let's go to other block. Can you see the screen? You can see my chart. Can you all see my
Yeah,
chart?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Number one. Okay. So this is just it. See my chart now. So majorly, I trade range break, I trade jump and volatility and all. So since we know that markets move from one liquidity to another, and if you are picking now, we are on other blocks. If you want to pick for other block, you have to pick from a monthly, weekly, or monthly, weekly, daily, or 4 hours time frame other block. Those are the strong other blocks. Let's go to the monthly. Okay, I think here now, this is another block here. This is a monthly order block here. This is a monthly order block here. Then if we now go to weekly, so what now? If I want to now on weekly now, on monthly now, it has show an order block. So if I now want to pick my entry, maybe I now want to pick my entry now, I'll go to week. It has shown another block on monthly. Then I'll come to weekly to see how it has reacted in that zone, a retest and a rejection in that zone to confirm my movement. So let's say daily order block. Yeah, this is another block. This is another block here. Then this is another block. This is another block here. Yeah. Let me come here. Come. Okay. This is another block here. Can you see the chart? So this is another block here. So for other block now, what you want to see for other block, you want to see something like this. If you want to sell, you want to see something like this. Then, so at this point, you allow it to form fully. So you want to see something like this. So you allow it to form fully, even if it is long, like if it is very long, just allow it to form. Then wait for a retest to that area. If the candle is very, maybe you have a long Mabuzo candle. Then if you have a long Mabuzo candle, that's when your fib comes in. But I just want to take it one step at a time, one step at a time. So now this is a bullish order block, which signifies for a sell. Then here now, you want to have something like this. So, and three kind of candles that form order block is: number one, you might want to see a indecision candle, first form, indecision candle, first form here. Then you have this one forming. Then once this form on 4 hours, for synthetic market now, if this form on 4 hours like this, it shows that the bulls are ready to buy. The bulls are ready to buy. And indirectly for the bearish also, if it form like that on 4 hours or daily, then it means that they are ready to buy. So it's more stronger, it's more stronger on 4 hours and daily. But if you want to enter for a short sale and or you can still enter on a 1 hour, but it's very okay on 4 hours, daily, weekly, and monthly. Are we clear on other blocks? Are we clear on other blocks?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
can you please explain that position with an example of when it touches another block, it has to retrace and go back to that? Like, can you just show me an example? I didn't quite get that, please.
Okay. Yeah. Here now. Okay, here now. We have another block here. See this bearish candle. See this bearish candle now. We have another block here. Then it's now selling. Then it retraces back. See this. See this bullish candle now. It retraces back to it. So one thing I do is I bring my fib level, then I draw it. I bring my fib level, I draw it. Then I want to sell at OTE or 50%. You can see the sell premium or OTE. I don't want to bombard you with this, just you. Like once you have this long candle, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, once you have this long candle now, you want to wait for it to retest into that zone, into 50% or to OTE, or optimum entry point. Yeah. So there's no how, if the candle is long Mabuzu, it will always retest into that area of the other block, then it will continue selling. So let me show you another example of other blocks. Yeah, this is okay. Okay. This is another block here. Why is my chart like this?
Minions
This
are
is
fools.
this is another block
They
here.
just don't know how to.
This is another block here. So are we clear on that? See now, for this volatility 50 now, another block is being formed. This volatility 50 now, this is another block here. So now it has signified for a sell.
Please wait.
It has signified for a sell here. So are we all clear on other blocks? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm coming. So okay, let me go to the So here now we have expansion, then okay, we have liquidity gaps and liquidity voids. So there's one trade I took here. Yeah. So here now, this is a liquidity void, an area where you have a fast movement, a fast movement, market fast movement. Here, this area now you have market fast movement. So market won't leave this place on won't want to leave this place untouched. So it will retrace back into this area because there now it did not give allowance to seller to sell at this point. So the movement was fast. So the seller will sell back to this region. So it will sell back to this region. So this is a liquidity void. Then we have another liquidity void on range break 100. Yeah, this is a liquidity void. So market is selling back to this area. Market is selling back to this area, to this liquidity void area. Yes, see. So it will always sell back. If there anywhere there is fast movement, market will always chase back to that place to sell, either sell or buy. If market sell here now, see now, market sold here, a very fast movement here. A very fast movement here. Then here now, a very fast, see this bearish candle. The market retrace back into this area. So it now look like it's ranging. Like okay, market sold here, market bought, market sold here, market bought, market sold here. So here now, it's not like if you not check this trend of the market, it's like it's now for me, it's like a bullish, it's now like forming a bullish trend. But there's always a combination to it, what you can combine to it to know the actual place the market is going. See now. So why the TP was there is because I know that markets will be coming to this region and there's also price psychological level at that point. So yeah, let's see some liquidity void. Here now we have liquidity void in this area. So I'm expecting market to sell into this area. I'm expecting market to sell into this area. I'm expecting market to sell into this area. So we have liquidity void here. We have liquidity void here also. So anywhere there is just fast movement, market will always sell back or buy back into that movement. Anywhere they don't give allowance for the seller or buyer to have a little chance, market will always come back to that area and sell or buy. That's just it. It's just the rule of the market. Do we get the liquidity void? Hello?
Yeah, I got it. I
Yes,
got it.
yes, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, do you want me to like do you need me to explain anything on that again? Like that's all for
No,
that.
sir, I got
Oh
it.
yeah, I understand it. I understand it.
Okay.
I understand.
So
I understand.
yeah, liquidity pools. See, one thing interesting about these liquidity pools is they are like it's like a magic because number one, liquidity you just see price just moving like a fast movement. You just see market making a fast movement. If you check around that area, there's a liquidity pool that market is going to go and fill up. So one thing liquidity help you with is number one, liquidity tell you when to enter a market, where to place your stop loss, your TP. Liquidity pool will always tell you. Liquidity pool might be very small and very like it might be very obvious and not very obvious. Let me show you an example now. Here now. Okay. Here now, if you draw this is a liquidity pool. So here now I'm having a liquidity pool here, one. So if I want to enter this trade, number one, I have a liquidity pool here because market move from one liquidity pool to another. So I have liquidity pool here, I have liquidity void here, then down here again. So liquidity pool are always below, maybe equal high or equal low with weak rejection candle. So it might be triple equal high or triple equal low with rejection candle. I'm coming. So here now, if I want to enter this market for sale, one of the things that give me this confidence is number one, it has retested at this price psychological level. That's $120,000. It retested at this. Then the next price psychological level is $115,000. Here now, I'm having liquidity void here that I'm expecting to market to take out. Here there's a liquidity pool here that I'm expecting market to take out. There's a liquidity pool here that I'm expecting market to take out. So at this point now, there's no how market is coming down. So this way, I either now if I want to enter this trade, I can place TP1 here, then TP2 here, because I know surely the market will come here, take out this liquidity, then come down here and take this liquidity out here. So another thing I can still do to it is bring my fib level, then okay, let me see when it will buy, like there's a likely level. So I drop my fib. So it showed me that okay, at this region, market might show some rough movement here, so I'll be careful. So my first TP will be here, then second TP will be here. So let me show you what has happened, and this is how I set up my markets, like my analysis. All this where you see star. Can you see this star? Hello, are you with
Can
me?
hear you, can hear you, can hear
Yes,
you.
you can hear you.
Yeah, can you see this star? This star now. So this star now showing this top. So this is it. This is how I do my market. So this stop sign, I put it here. So this stop sign shows that okay, there's liquidity on this area because this is equal high here. So I'm expecting market to take this liquidity high and sell back. So see what happened here. Market took the liquidity, sold back, and here now there's now liquidity here again. Let me come to flowers. So here now there's now liquidity here again. Then we have here now a main resistant level at this point here now. So this is a liquidity point which is taken out here now. At this point, at this area also, we have equal high. See how market tip it up. So at this point now, retailer will be thinking of buying. Like it shows long bullish candle. As a retail trader, you want to enter this market now. Okay, let me buy. No. It doesn't happen that way. It sold off. So as retail trader or as with ICT concept, when you see this kind of thing, then you see it forms your order block. See another block here. So it took the liquidity out, this liquidity pool here, it took it out, then form another block. See, it retests into this other block, then it sold off. So here now, if I now want to know okay when it will buy back, I can draw. If I draw my fib, see now, you see now that market tip into this buy, then buy up back. So it took this liquidity come up here, it took this liquidity up, then it came down, then it buy up. So one thing is I'm still expecting it to come down because there's still liquidity void here which market cannot afford to lose. So market is still coming down here, then there's still liquidity pool below because it has taken the liquidity pool above. So it's still coming down to take liquidity pool below, then there's still liquidity pool here, then there's still liquidity. So there's still liquidity pool here, there's still liquidity void here, and here also we have the price psychological level. So I think so that's for liquidity pool. So here now it says it's or liquidity pool shows a reversal or this thing like it's taking market out and we have the consolidation and no our normal consolidation. This is where your FIB comes in. So okay, let me see what's here. So we have and there's something called buy stop liquidity and sell stop liquidity. So for example now, okay, okay, are you with me? Hello, are you with
Yes.
me? Okay, so we have buy stop liquidity and sell stop liquidity. So here now, below this place now, here around this area, this two equal line is a liquidity pool and is also a sell stop liquidity. But you don't need all that. All what you just want to. I don't want to confuse you with words and all. Just understand that okay, when you have these two equal high, especially when it is now weak candle, rejection candle, then there's liquidity hanging around that area. Then even if it is up, you have liquidity hanging around that area to be taken out. That's just it. Then another thing we want to work on tonight is our FIB. Who knows how to use FIB already? Hello?
Everybody knows how to use FIB now, all traders. But I have a question on this Fibonacci.
Okay.
That OTE,
Yeah.
please, what's the full meaning you called it?
Optimum trade entry.
Okay, optimum trend entry. I don't think I
Optimum
have
trade
anything like
entry.
that.
Huh?
Trade entry. I
Yes.
don't think my own Fibonacci level is different. Is there any way they set it for that OTE stuff to be showing? Or
Okay, that OT. Okay.
yes. Okay, is it a word is it like you just typed it or is actually set to default like that?
No, I was the one that write everything there.
Okay, no issues. I understand it now.
Yeah, so this OT is just the 70% FIB. So the buy and the sell, the buy is 62%, the equilibrium is 50%. Then we have the sell premium, which is 79%. So okay, let me now show how you combine everything together. Do we understand
I don't
everything
know
so
how
far?
to use the FIB. Can you please explain how to use the FIB, the Fibonacci? I've not used it before.
Okay. Okay, number one, you have to set all the levels for it. So you can just write the level down. Are you with pen and paper?
Okay. Yes.
So we
Yes,
have
I'm ready.
Are you going to drop this video in the group?
yeah, I should drop it. I should drop it on
Okay,
my
because I'm not
Telegram.
recording. That's why. Not recording.
What you say? Are you done writing it?
Almost.
So okay, maybe when you check on the video, then you can write from it, or what do you feel?
Oh,
Can we move on?
okay. Yes. Yes. You can move on. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
No.
one thing you will not want to do is number one, you won't range break and jump. they don't really respect other block, but they respect liquidity void, liquidity pool, and fib level. Then boom and crash also. They don't respect other blocks. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So boom and crash, they don't respect other like anything, all these things that just jump, like the way they move, they are not just normal market movement, like they just jump. So they don't really respect other block, but they will respect liquidity, pro, fib level, and all. They respect them, but they don't really respect other block in that sense. So this is what I do. Okay, this is a chart now. So applying ICT now for in analyzing. So this is what I do. My entry is 4 hours. My trade entry is 4 hours, because that's when the other block forms. You know that it is a buy, or like the entry is secure. So number one, okay. So I come to this is the daily. I come to daily. Number one, once I come to daily, I want to mark out everywhere that I know that okay, there will be liquidity around that area. Here now, this year, here now, I know that there will be liquidity here. There is liquidity. There's liquidity pool hanging here. Then there's liquidity void here, which sooner or later market will still come down to this side and pick it up. Market will still come to this side and pick it up. So now I've identified the higher time frame. Then here now I come to my lower time frame, because this is my 4 hours. So one thing I want to see in my 4 hours is, number one, retest at my price psychological level. You will see all these red vertical lines, like all these red lines that are not very bold, that are on the background. You can all see it now.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, that's my price psychological level. So now this is how I combine it. For PMA students that are on the video. Number one, I check now, it retests my price psychological level. Then there's liquidity on hanging below it. Liquidity hanging below it. Then there's liquidity void. So number one, what this tells me is where these liquidity pools are. It tells me where I can place my TP. Where I can place my TP. So I can place TP1 here. Then because anytime price takes liquidity, it rejects, then it continues the movement. So now if it takes this liquidity, it will reject and come and retest this place. Then it will come down here, come and take this liquidity out. So and before then, I come to 1 hour. I want to view area of more liquidity on 1 hour, because that's where the first market is moving. You know, market build up from 1 hour, 1 minute to 5 minutes to 15 minutes to 30 minutes to 1 hour. So yeah, I can see a broader view of liquidity, how there will be a sharp movement in the market and all. So yeah, now this is the liquidity here and all. So my entry is on 4 hours. So this kind of trade, I can just enter it. My TP is here, because I know no matter what, it will come and take out this liquidity. It will take out this liquidity. And another thing I can do is, then after placing this liquidity and all, then I can draw my fib level. Once I drop my fib level, I can place another. If I don't want to place my TP at this equilibrium, I know that it might still buy to this place. It might still sell to this place. So once it sell to this buy, it might retest this area, then continue the sell trend. So number one, fib tells you also when to sell, when to place your TP. So now the way I customize my own fib is, there is buy, there's OTE, and there's sell premium. So why I put it there is, once once market arrive at those level, I want to buy, I want to sell, I want to do something. So it shows me that okay, this is what you are doing, this is the next thing to do, and all. So are we clear on that?
Yeah. Okay.
Or is there any question? Like, am I missing anything? So, I mean, so here now, like this place now, if I want to say, okay, where will market sell? Then I can bring my fee. So see now, at sell premium, can you see? At this sell premium, market retrace into that place. That's 79. Market retrace, then it sold off to this area. So it sold to this price psychological level. So all this red tick line shows that okay, it shows that market like a very strong price psychological level. Then all this broken line shows that okay, market can break it. It's not that very strong. It's not that very strong. So, but yeah, it shows that okay, this price psychological level is very strong. That's all. So when market retest sell into this area, then there's a large movement here. See the bullish movement. Then it came to this price psychological level, then it started selling. So and one thing about this thing is there's liquidity hanging around this area. So I mean, even if it doesn't come back to this price psychological level, at least it will take this liquidity out to this point, because the liquidity have been taken out to this extent, then has been taken out to this extent. So we still have this hanging remaining liquidity around this area. So market have covered up to an extent. So I have to pay recognize to this area and to this area. So I have this place free for market to sell into this area. So market can now sell to that area and buy back to take the liquidity up. But I know that this area is a very key area that anything can happen at this area. So retail trader won't know this. All they just want to know is just support and resistance and all and everything, without knowing that okay, there are some key levels and all that market respect, why market do this movement, why market retrace, why market do this, why market do that and all. So let me take another market. Okay. Okay, let's take this volatility 10-1s. So what I did here is, here now we have the liquidity void in this area. That's where you have this square orange line here. Then we have the liquidity hanging around there, the liquidity pool. This is the liquidity void, liquidity pool hanging there. Then I come to my daily. So we have a price psychological level around this area. So market retest, come down, it retests the price psychological level, then come down here to another price psychological level. Then you see now there is this movement. What market is just doing is trying to take out this movement that happens, this sharp movement, this liquidity void. The market is trying to take it out. So once it take it out, you see, once it fill it out, then it retraces back again to this price psychological level. So market will now come back again to come and take this liquidity pool hanging around this area. That's just it. That's what market does. So market move from one liquidity point to another. Any question?
No, it's easy, simple.
So one thing you just want to, anytime you enter a chart, one thing you want to know is okay, number one, identify all your liquidity area because those liquidity area shows you that okay, this is where market will be moving to at that point. This is where markets will be going. So once you identify your liquidity point, your liquidity pool, your liquidity void, then your other blocks, then you use your fib level, then your price psychological level, and everything just obey. Forget that entry. If you just enter it, you won't have problem at all. You won't have problem because now you are now following the institution to take the trade. So the liquidity pool tells you when to leave the market, because once the liquidity is taken out, you are expecting a reversal. Once the liquidity is taken out, the next thing that happens is a reversal. So it reverse at that point. Anytime you see now, for instance, now see here, there's liquidity hanging around this area. What happened? Market took the, can you see how the market took it out? Market took it out. And then the next thing is it was selling. That's the next thing. So once market takes liquidity out, the next thing, and the point it takes it out, the next thing you want to see is a sell. See now, see here now, there's liquidity here. So market move from one liquidity point to another as earlier established. So it took this liquidity out. What does it do? It took this liquidity also out. The liquidity down, then retracing back up again. So it come and retest this area, and there's a possibility it sells down or it goes up. So once liquidity is taken out, all what you have to do is just wait for the market to show you the next move. What next? That's just it. So once the liquidity tells you where market is moving to, so once this liquidity is taken out, it rejects and it sells out. So market move from one liquidity to another. Then, and you want to see that another block is from. See now, see a rejection candle, other block be formed, then it sold off. See this massive sell. Although I saw this market actually, I really enjoy it. Yeah, I entered this market and I left around this area, this liquidity pool area. I left it. I left the area. So is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything I'm missing? Anything more? Anything?
No, I think I have a question.
Okay, I'm with you.
These your psychological levels.
Yeah.
I trade recipes and my psychological levels are in 50s and 100s. Like
What you say?
my psychological levels are in 50s and 100s, not just
Okay.
so are your own in 100s or just 150s? Because let's assume like 1000 and I use 1050, 1100, 1150, 1200. That's how I use my psychological levels, because these stupid banks, they like to play with marks. So it does it work in the same does it work in synthetics? Because I just
Yes.
said you something
Yes.
about 100. You don't do you use 50s at all? Like is 50s
No,
valid?
I don't.
There's no valid.
I don't really use 50. What I do is I find the major area, like maybe 1000, maybe 1200, like that. No, okay, let's say 1005, 2000. Sure, you get
Oh,
1005,
you even leave
2000.
wow, you leave the main ones, you leave the 200, 300, 400, you leave them alone.
Yeah, this is now what I do. You know that 1005, that 2000, between those two, like 1005,
Yeah.
2000, I add it together, then I divide it by two. Shey you get,
Okay.
because you know
That
around that area there's a lot of things that happens, like there's a lot of bargain and negotiations that happen at that point. You might not really get those,
yeah.
but you know that key level is 1005. So I just add that 15 plus 2000, 2000 those, I add them together, then I divide it by two, so the exact amount gives me. And I think range break respect that a lot. Range break respect price psychological level, especially range break 100. Let's take for instance, see here now, this this 40,000, this 40,000 dose, you can see now, this 40,000
Yeah.
dose here now, you see price retest, sell, it comes to this area, this is 37,500. So how I got my 37,500 is this 40,000, then this 35,000, then I added the two together. So you get it? I added these
That's
two
what.
together, then divided by 2 gave me this. So divided by 2,
Yeah.
gave me
Yeah.
this. So here now 35,000, then 30,000. So I added 30,000 plus 35,000 naira, 35,000 those. Then it gave me 32. It gave me 32,500. Then around this
I
area, you
get
can
it.
see it reject. So this thick line at the main strong price psychological level, that I know that market around that point, if I see any if market form another block around that area or this thing, I know that the ways we reject that area is very strong. But all this broken level, I know that there's possibility for markets will always break that level, especially when it's now showing like when the trend is now a strong sell or a buy. So when the trend is a sell trend, so when the sell is a sell trend, I want to see it selling, then coming to this or rejecting back to this broken line, then selling back again. So it rejects back to this broken line, sell back again, come to this broken line or come to this line, just sell back around that point, because now I know that is a very strong trade for a sell. So you can see how it is respected. So range break really respects price psychological level. It's respected it a lot, a lot. So if you now use it with fib, then you use it with your liquidity pools and all, you'll be okay. See here now. For example, now why I took this trade now. For example, this trade now, price sell to this level, it buy to this level. This is a price psychological level. This is a price psychological level. See now, this price psychological level, once it got there, it sold back to this area. There's a price psychological level around this area, then it bought back again to this one, to this psychological level, then it sold back again. So now it's now forming, a what? A buy trend. It's forming a buy trend already. You can see it's forming a buy trend already. So now market won't be coming down that much again. So the price psychological level is now, it will be a resistance for it to move up. It will be breaking the broken lines, then it will be respecting the thick lines. Shall we get?
Yeah.
Yeah, any other question? So tomorrow, for people that don't know price psychological level, I'll be explaining the addition. And one thing about all this is why we lose money as a trader is we don't give ourselves time, like time to learn actually. There was a time I was blowing account, like I was just blowing account back to back, and when we are starting out and every other thing, let's just try and calm down. Let's use the minimum, like the lowest lot size. Let's just use the lowest lot size. Number one, it will make you to adapt to the market, then it will reduce your risk appetite. Because later it will conserve you, because when you start winning, you won't want to over leverage you because you are already adapted to it. So just if you can just always reduce your lot size, and I always advise anybody that is just starting out as a trader and you are starting a live account, I tell them not to trade boom and crash, not to trade VIX 75, not to trade volatility 15-1s, not to trade jump 100 and jump 70 or jump 75. If you are just starting out, I tell them not to trade it. It's not because you are not good, but if you can't handle them very well, like they'll just blow the account and all, like, and it might demoralize you. So it's better to start with all this that doesn't really have high volatility, like the volatility in the market is not that high. So even if it hit your stop loss and all, then you can still move on. It doesn't really choke your account. So, and please, this PDF, let's go through it. Let's go through it over and over again. Like, this is the only grip. Like, after this, you don't need anything with price psychological level. For me, you don't need it. If you are an indicator trader, anything you are using before plus all this, I don't think you need anything. You don't need anything at all. You don't need anything. Just try and manage it, then build your strategy on it, understand it, and every other this thing. That's just it. Yeah, there's a lot of months here, but this is the major PDF that is very, like, you really enjoy it. Then I think I'll drop this PDF. I'll drop this PDF also. So this shows how to grow small account and other first breakout and every other this thing. It shows it. So I think we are done for today. So we are done for today. So any other question? Anybody with questions?
No, for me, I don't have.
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, so in the likes of this, then I would like to end this class. So if you have any question, you can drop it on the group. And if you don't understand anything, drop it on the group. Thank you for your time. I hope it really worth it. And I hope it's not just normal old knowledge that is being passed around. I hope we're able to get one thing or the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Take care. See you tomorrow, same time.
Yes, I'm hungry.
Me too, I'm hungry. I do hungry. Okay, now take care. Take care.